Okay, so today we're going to take a deep dive into Parisian mathematics.
Ooh, Paris.
Back in the 1700s.
18th century.
Yeah, so think like bigwigs.
Salons.
And a time when it wasn't exactly easy to be a woman who wanted to,
Dive into math.
right into serious math.
Yeah.
So in the middle of all of this, we've got this really interesting story of Monsieur Le Blanc.
Monsieur Le Blanc.
This name, it's not on any lecture list or anything, but it pops up in letters written to, wait for it,
Carl Friedrich Gauss.
Carl Friedrich Gauss.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know.
Right, the math rock star of the time.
Exactly. He was the top guy in math back then.
Yeah.
And get this, Gauss was really impressed with Leblanc's work, genuinely.
Yeah.
We've got these letters where Gauss is talking about how Leblanc had this real talent,
Yeah.
coming up with these great proofs, offering really insightful commentary, even asking some tough questions of Gauss himself.
Yeah, like a true intellectual sparring partner.
Totally. But here's the thing about Monsieur Leblanc. It's like he didn't exist outside of these letters.
Right.
There's no sign of him at any lectures, no ties to any academy, not even a single public appearance.
It's like this math whiz just appeared out of thin air.
Right. It's so strange, a total phantom of the math world.
Yeah, and making waves at the highest levels, too.
Totally.
Yeah.
But as we dig into our sources, we find out that this mystery actually does have a solution.
Of course.
A letter shows up one day that changes everything.
One letter.
One very important letter.
Okay.
This wasn't just another letter full of math ideas, though.
No.
This one had a confession. It turns out that the person behind this Monsieur Le Blanc name was not who anyone thought.
Oh, wow.
And you ready for this?
Yeah, lay it on me.
It was Sophie Germain.
Sophie Germain.
Monsieur Le Blanc was a woman.
Wow.
She was this brilliant woman trying to make her way in a world that basically told her to stay away from academics.
A woman in a man's world.
Exactly. And our sources really highlight how huge these barriers were. Germain used a male name because it was the only way she could get people to even consider her mathematical ideas.
Right.
Back then, women couldn't even attend university lectures, they were completely banned.
The heart of math learning at the time.
Right. It's unbelievable when you think about it, the lengths she had to go to.
Yeah.
And the thing is, her contributions weren't small or insignificant.
No, not at all.
We're talking foundational work in number theory.
Yeah.
Which is basically the study of how whole numbers work,
That's a
right?
good way to put it.
But she also made big contributions to the theory of elasticity and even did some early work in physics.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a clever trick to get her foot in the door.
No.
This was a seriously groundbreaking mind at work.
Yeah, her work on Fermat's last theorem stands out,
Oh yeah, for sure.
She came up with some crucial ideas and techniques that were super important for the mathematicians who finally cracked that problem centuries later. Yeah, her insights had a lasting impact.
Absolutely. Okay, so what about Gauss?
Yeah, what did he think?
How did he react when he found out the truth about Leblanc?
Yeah.
Well, our sources show us that he was actually more amazed and impressed than anything else.
Yeah.
He even wrote to her, and in his letter, he specifically acknowledged her profound knowledge, even though she was a woman.
Right.
Which, that kind of reflects how things were back then.
Yeah.
But you could still see the respect for her intellect shining through.
It's a pretty powerful moment.
It really is. Here you have the biggest math star of the age.
Right.
Recognizing this incredible talent that had basically been working in secret.
Yeah.
It really shows you just how exceptional Germain was and how much she had to overcome.
It makes you think.
It does, right?
How many other amazing contributions have we missed throughout history?
Yeah.
Because of these kinds of societal limitations.
Exactly. So the story of Monsieur Le Blanc, it's not just some fun fact from history.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder of Sophie Germain's ingenuity and her incredible determination.
Absolutely. She carved out her own space in a field that tried to shut her out.
Yeah.
And she left behind a huge mathematical legacy.
She really did. And it just highlights how important it is to recognize talent no matter where it comes from.
Totally, regardless of background or circumstances.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the amazing story of Monsieur Le Blanc.
Yeah, this was a great one.
It was fascinating.
It really was.